So can we take this abandoned airplane, disassemble it, and then put it in this truck and drive it more than halfway across the country? Let's find out. Okay guys, so get a load of this. So I'm down here at the Flight Academy at Van Nuys, California, and a little bit ago I got a phone call from these guys here, Mo and Sam, and they said, hey Max, we found an airplane over in Tennessee, okay, and we're gonna buy this airplane, but the airplane is damaged and so we can't fly it back, and so we need to go over to Tennessee, disassemble the airplane, put it in a truck, and then drive it back to California. So from Tennessee to California with an airplane in the back of a moving truck. And of course, they're thinking, you know, who is crazy enough to help us out with this project? And of course, they called me. So anyway, I'm always up for a road trip adventure, but this one sounds pretty wild in particular. But I just got down here, so I need to go see if I can find these guys and we can figure out what's really going on here. Let's see if they're here. Oh, hey guys!
Hey Max, how's it going?
Hey, good. How about you? Hey, so okay, so what's this thing with the airplane in Tennessee? What's the deal with this here?
So basically, we bought this airplane last month, I believe, from Tennessee. The initial plan was to buy it and then immediately flip it. And now there's some damage to the airplane. I believe a car hit it about 10 years ago, and it's been sitting over there in Tennessee in McMinn Municipal Airport for the past 10 or 11 years, I believe. So me and Sam were just talking over here, thinking logistic-wise if it would be like feasible to go up there, fly out to Tennessee, dismantle the airplane, the wings, the engine, put everything in a truck. We took some measurements and we thought it might fit in a 26-foot U-Haul truck. If you rent a U-Haul truck from up there and drive it all the way back to LA, should take us about maybe 3 days if we drive 10-14 hours a day. And yeah, we'll get it back to the hangar over here and do some sheet metal repairs on it and hopefully get it back flying.
Okay, so I'm not a mechanic. I mean, that sounds like a lot of work. Is that going to be difficult?
No, it is very involved to go out there, out on the ramp under the sun and dismantle the whole airplane, take the wings off, including the tail and all the control surfaces. And a full day, if not two, of work out there in the heat, getting it ready to load up onto a truck and drive it down.
I found a couple guys. I think Chris, his name is, up there. He's a mechanic, and from what he said, he can have a set of guys to help us out, and he has all the tools, all the equipment to get the job done. So I think if he charges us the right price, we can pull this off. These airplanes are worth well over like around 100K, you know. So the guy sold it to us for 20K, so if we put like 30 or 40K, you know, in repairs on it, we can still get away with a neat profit. So I think definitely the project has some potential. Let's make some call, plan it out, and see if it's doable.
And if nobody saves this airplane, do you think would it just end up getting scrapped or wasting away?
It will end up getting scrapped by corrosion, and it will end up being at a point where it's beyond salvageable.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, with us, if it's not repairable, if you notice that the damage is beyond repair, once we look at it, you know, worst comes to worst, we can just part it out.
Right.
We'll just, you know, part it out. Whatever worthy parts are in it, we'll just resell them, or we'll reuse them in our other fleet, you know, airplanes. And the engine alone is worth saving. So if we overhaul the engine, for the engine alone, we can get around 30 grand.
Right.
You know, so the money is in there. You know, it's just a matter of seeing if it's worth repairing and flying again, or if it's never going to fly again. Basically, we're going to part it out and sell it for parts.
All right. Okay, well, I mean, sounds like it's going to be difficult, but it also sounds like a lot of fun. So
let's do it.
Let's get going.
Let's go to Tennessee.
Welcome to Nashville. I know I lost him somewhere. fit. That'll fit. Okay, so the guys here, Chris and Josh, they've already been working on it for a bit here, and they've got a lot of the parts off. They've got the stabilator removed and part of the tail section, and they've got the engine off. Now, theoretically, the engine should be fine, but it hasn't been run in more than 10 years. It's got dirt and everything all over it, so it's going to have to be gone through. Here you can see the parts for the front cowling, the exhaust, and then there's some of the interior parts. Now here is the stabilator, and this is where a lot of the damage is on the airplane. Somehow this airplane got ran into by a car. I have no idea how that happened, but it hit the stabilator, and then also you can see some damage there on the tail section. At least we get to work on this at this beautiful country airport. Really scenic. I could just hang out here all day. And this airplane that we're getting here doesn't seem to be the only project that's sitting around here. These old airplanes just sitting, just abandoned. This thing's, how long's this been here? Flat tires, dirt all over it. Beautiful Cessna 180 tail dragger. How cool would it be to fly that? And it's just sitting here. Turbo aero, T-tail, retractable gear, turbocharged. Same thing, just sitting. Anyway, we've got to see if we can get these wings off before it gets much darker. Dragging.
Oh. Watch this. We launched this right now. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
You got the fuel flies a little bit?
Well, it's on it.
Yeah, but it's like... Yeah, that's my trailer. Okay. Because that space behind the wheel is the unused battery.
Yeah, we're on the wheel.
I think you were pulling on the other one on the tail still, right?
Yeah, we're still in there.
All right. So it's the morning after a very long day.
Oh yeah.
But we successfully got the entire plane in the truck, and it's pretty secure, I think. You ready to hit the road?
Yeah, a day and 7 hours later. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, guys, there it is. We made it back to Van Nuys with the airplane. I can't say it's in one piece, but we didn't destroy anything, and now the guys can get to work on it. Okay, guys, it's Max again here. So this is the day after we got back from Tennessee. You know, got the airplane back to California, to Van Nuys here. And I wasn't here when they did this, but I can't believe they actually fit everything into the hangar. This is like serious Tetris here, but can you see this? They've got their pits, the biplane right here, and they've got the wings in the corner here. And then I think they've got the fuselage over here, and actually Sam's over there. So let's go talk to him and see what the plan is. He's already doing work on the fuselage here.
Hey guys.
How's it going? How's it going? It looks like you're already doing a bunch of work on this here.
So we already started working on this airplane right here. As we know, as we said, the tail took the hit. So all the damage is in the tail section. Now as we see, I already unbuttoned and undid this whole side because the skin also on the side is wrinkled, as we can see right here and right there. From the hit, it kind of wrinkled the whole skin and shifted everything around.
This is really...
Now these are bulkheads. The skin, the tail section is held together by round skin all around it, with bulkhead, the aft bulkhead, second aft bulkhead, and the mid bulkhead, and the main bulkhead, which is in the half of the airplane. Now this one right here, it was chained down to the ground, and when it got hit by the car, it offset the chain, damaged that rear bulkhead. This is going to be changed. Skin wraps around it just like that. Now this one, second bulkhead forward, took a total crack and it damaged. This is going to be totally replaced. Now as we move forward, we can see the hit is less and less intense. This bulkhead right here barely has a crack in it, less than half what the rear one has. And as we move forward to this main bulkhead, just one pulled rivet, which is also going to be replaced as well. With this bulkhead, that one, the two aft, and the whole new skin all around, it's going to be a new airframe. It's going to be a new airplane. And we have a whole new tail section of an airplane coming in from this point to the back.
So what's the other, like aside from obviously the tail section, which is where all the big damage was, you're rebuilding the engine also? Is that right?
We are rebuilding the engine. This is the engine right here. As we can see, now the engine is low time. From what we heard, the engine has less than 500 hours on it since major overhaul, but it's been sitting for 10 years. Now whenever you hear an aircraft engine sitting for that amount of time, it's time to look into getting it overhauled. Now as we can see, it's dirty on the outside, it has like bird nest all over it, but that doesn't mean anything. That's all just cosmetic. I can wash it and make it look brand new. What's on the inside? We're looking at corrosion inside the cylinders, if not on the camshaft itself. Basically the accessories also. All the magnetos are old, these are even outdated. We're gonna have to, those were superseded by new part numbers, so we'll have to change all those. But the main thing we're worried about the engine is corrosion.
Okay.
Internal corrosion. So we're gonna strip it down, take it apart, send the parts out for inspection. Once we get them back, put them back together, and you know you're flying with a zero-time brand new engine.
Well, I mean, this is a huge, to me it seems like a huge project, so I'm glad you're doing the work and not me, but...
With the proper amount of time, we can fix up anything.
Nice. Awesome. Well, this looks really cool, and I think this will pretty much wrap it up for this video, but yeah, I guess everybody just stay tuned, and we'll see how the airplane turns out.
We'll see you next time.